Have you ever found yourself stuck in a moment of hardship? When life feels like a storm you can't escape. Maybe it was a job loss, a breakup, a financial struggle, or even the sudden loss of a loved one. Moments like these often make us feel powerless, anxious, and broken. But what if I told you there's a way to face adversity without falling apart? A way to stand strong, calm, grounded, and focused, even as the world around you crumbles. That way is Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, but its wisdom is more relevant today than ever. It's not about suppressing emotions or pretending to be okay when you're not. It's about learning how to respond to life's challenges with strength, clarity, and purpose. Today, we're going to explore how Stoic philosophy can help you overcome adversity, not by escaping difficulty, but by transforming it into power. In this episode, you'll discover how Stoicism helps you accept what you can't control, focus on what you can, develop inner strength through hardship, and emerge from adversity even stronger than before. We'll draw wisdom from great Stoic thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. These weren't just philosophers. They were survivors of slavery, exile, war, and grief. They didn't just talk about hardship. They lived through it. So let's begin this journey, not by denying pain, but by learning to rise above it. This is your guide to building resilience and courage when life gets hard. Let's start with the core Stoic principle. Control what you can, accept what you can't. Imagine you're in a boat, out at sea. Suddenly, a storm hits. You can't stop the rain. You can't calm the waves. But you can steady the boat. You can control how you respond. This is the heart of Stoicism. Epictetus, who was once a slave, taught a powerful idea that echoes through time. He said, "Some things are in our control and others not. Our opinions, our pursuits, our desires, these are in our control. But things like our reputation, our health, or the behavior of others, these are not." When you truly accept this, something shifts inside you. You stop wasting energy on what you can't change. You stop fighting against reality, and you start focusing on what is within your power. Your choices, your mindset, your actions. Let's be honest, this isn't easy. When something bad happens, our first instinct is to ask, why me? Why now? Why this? The Stoic doesn't waste time asking why. They ask instead, what can I do with this? How can I respond with strength? Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who led during wars and plagues, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about that. Even when everything around you feels like chaos, there is still a place of calm within you. And that's where the Stoic finds refuge, not in the world outside, but in the mind within. So the first step in overcoming adversity is this. Let go of what you cannot control. Accept it, not with defeat, but with dignity. Because once you stop resisting the storm, you begin to sail through it. So what can you control when everything around you is falling apart? Your thoughts, your attitude, your choices, your effort. That's where your true power lives. Seneca, the Stoic advisor to the Roman Emperor Nero, said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Adversity isn't the enemy, it's the training ground. The Stoics believe that hardship is not something to run from, but something to use. Every challenge is a chance to build the virtues that matter most. Courage, patience, discipline, and wisdom. Let's take a practical example. You lose your job. You can't control the economy. You can't force someone to hire you, but you can control your response. You can choose to wake up early and apply for new positions. You can update your skills. You can stay mentally sharp and emotionally grounded. That's Stoicism in action. And when you do this consistently, focusing on your own effort rather than the outcome, you begin to feel a shift. You stop waiting for life to get easier, and you start becoming stronger. The The great philosopher Viktor Frankl, though not a Stoic, survived the horrors of a Nazi concentration camp and echoed Stoic wisdom when he said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Your circumstances don't define you. Your response does. Every time you choose calm over panic, action over complaining, acceptance over resistance, you grow. You shape your character. You become more grounded, more centered, more unshakable. And that's the Stoic way. You can't control the storm, but you can become the sailor who knows how to navigate it. Adversity doesn't just test you, it shapes you. When you embrace the Stoic mindset, you stop seeing pain as a punishment, and you start seeing it as a path. Marcus Aurelius, writing in his journal during times of war, disease, and personal loss, offered this reflection. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let that sink in. What's blocking you today could be the very thing that builds you tomorrow. The illness that humbles you. The failure that forces you to grow. The heartbreak that wakes you up. It's not about glorifying pain. It's about using it wisely. Ask yourself, what is this hardship trying to teach me? What strength is it demanding from me? What value can I create because of this, not in spite of it? The Stoics teach us to live with intention, to treat every day, good or bad, as fuel for becoming better. That's why Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Even in suffering, there is meaning. Even in chaos, there is clarity if we choose to look for it. Because Stoicism is not about being emotionless. It's about being emotionally wise. It's not about avoiding difficulty. It's about stepping into it with courage and grace. So if you're in the middle of a hard season, remember this. You have more control than you think. You are stronger than you feel. And this moment, right here, right now, is a chance to become who you were meant to be, not by avoiding the fire, but by walking through it and letting it forge you. This is the Stoic way. Soft music swells. Thank you for joining today's journey into Stoic strength. If this message helped you, share it with someone who's facing their own storm. And remember, you may not control the wind, but you can always adjust your sails. Until next time, stay grounded, stay resilient, and keep rising.